Hey guys, welcome back to another Muck Monday. Today's a very special episode. I've got a very special guest.
Hey.
This is my brother Ernie. Welcome, Ernie. So today is a very special Muck Monday. We got some McDicks. We're gonna enjoy our McDicks together.
We sure do.
We're sure what?
Pardon?
What?
We sure do.
We sure do. We were just saying before that I look like a French fry. She looks like
A McDonald's container.
He looks like a container. I look like a French
If
fry.
I just put my head alongside everything else, it kind of blends in.
Dear God.
It's horrifying.
It is kind of, but that's fine.
It's really hard to be Ernie.
It's harder to be Ernie.
He's kind of got no... I mean, he's very distinguished, like, in the way he looks, but to recreate that is...
He's a distinguished gentleman.
He's got no eyebrows. He's very round, too.
Yeah, and his nose mixes in with his face.
Yes, for sure. I do have a red nose, even though it's very hard to...
Bert
to see.
couldn't hide if he tried. Also, because we each got a 20-piece nugget, or no, what did we get? Oh no, we got a 20-piece nugget to share between the two of us. I ordered the habanero sauce, but they were out apparently because ew.
What's wrong?
I don't know. And then I just want to say I got one Big Mac sauce in here on the side.
And they also put it.
What the fuck's with this? Somebody explain this to me.
I think it's a threat.
That's some Oscar the Grouch. Okay, great. So before we start, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. We are well into spooky season now. This is the second episode. It's going to be really fun. The next few weeks are going to be groovy and spooky as hell. And you're going to want to be there for it. I don't know what else to tell you. So,
will you be dressing up as a...
yeah, I will. I'll have a new costume every week and be doing something different every week, so. Okay, great. Without further ado, let's get going. This is yours.
Oh, I get that one, thanks.
It's a special guest. My special guest. This is my sister, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't know you. We just met. I love sweet and sour stuff. One of my favorite things. And I also love Fruitopia.
I regret not getting a Fruitopia. I always get Diet Coke. That's what I got on the side.
Diet Coke from McDonald's is not bad, but...
It's not bad.
It's just, there's something about it, I don't know.
It's a little too watery or something, but I just... In terms of, like, not having a lot of calories, you know. That's just, like, what I go for.
You know, I never thought I would be doing a mukbang because I'm not a fan of mouth sounds.
Oh, well, this is... We're not doing ASMR.
Oh, true.
Which is maybe the most important part.
That's true.
But it still is a little bit ASMR-like.
It came, yeah, for sure.
A little bit. We have to make sure we're eating the right... I've eaten one nugget. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Do it like a
9.
Sesame Street type of...
Oh! Yeah.
1.
Let's start over.
I'm joking.
Ernie and I are going to divide our nuggets. Buckle up.
That's what's fair.
We got a 1.
2.
3. 4. 5. 6. What comes after 6?
7, I think.
For the viewers at home, what comes after 7? Comment down below. 8.
There's no way we're doing this for the full 20.
No.
20
9. 9. So that's 1, 2. How many have you eaten?
One. That's what we call
fair
equality.
And square. Equality.
Damn, I had the crunchiest chicken nuggets last week. Really
From
good. McDonald's.
From McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like extra crispy. It's real good. Real nice. Quality.
I swear, and I know it might just be like the nostalgia trick, but I swear to God, the nuggets like were untouchable when I was little.
Yeah, they really.
Something changed with them. They're still pretty good, but something.
I feel like everything's kind of changed. I don't know.
Yeah, everything with time just gets a little bit worse. And that's today's lesson. Loving my food. Enjoying my food. I somehow feel like Major Bedhead from, did you ever watch? She's Gen Z, okay? So, Big Comfy Couch? Did you ever watch the Big Comfy Couch?
Yeah. Major Bedhead.
He was the guy on the unicycle, was the mailman on the unicycle.
Oh, I know that guy.
I don't know why that's what I feel like, but that's what I feel like.
I remember one of the most magical episodes of that show was when you saw the inside of
Oh,
lady's house.
of Granny Garbanzo's house.
Granny Garbanzo!
You always wondered what she looked like, or what her inside of her house looked like.
It was filled with, like, jars of stuff.
She was a witch. She was very witchy.
Of people's
Can you pass me a
heads and stuff. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer. That was the perfect segue, Ernie, into what I really brought you, all you kids here to talk about. Dahmer. McDahmer. On Netflix. Did you watch any more of it?
I watched some.
I told you that we were going to be discussing it in today's
I
video.
wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't feel prepared to talk about it.
Okay, good.
But-
Wow. Can you pass me a napkin?
Yeah, sorry. Ask what you were looking for. It's called sharing, kids.
And it's so realistic. Like, thank God they did that.
No, they didn't give...
Because it's like, it's okay to know that it's like sometimes shit doesn't work out between parents and you'll live and you'll have a nice life and you'll be okay.
Definitely. And sometimes it's for the best.
Mm-hmm. Because apparently they were supposed to end it with them getting back
Well,
together.
they did, yeah. It gives people false hope.
Yeah, it's like, it's not, I feel like it's way more responsible. Anyways.
Dahmer.
I loved it. I wanted to watch just maybe like one episode, and I knew I was lying to myself when that happened because I was like, I'm gonna watch this whole thing. It's 10 episodes, and then so I watched it last weekend, and then on Monday, I was just sitting at my desk at work and reading about how there's so much controversy over it, and I was like, I don't really understand why. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, I can understand how, like, I think it really is like maybe the first long format like show that's ever been made about a terrible serial killer. Because you think about like the Zac Efron Ted Bundy movie.
Yeah.
That was like a bad movie. That was bad. He was good. He was like not bad as him, but just felt you were watching Zac Efron. Felt like you were watching Troy Bolton kill people.
Soaring,
dying.
I don't think Ted Bundy was as smart as everyone depicts him as.
No, he really wasn't. He definitely wasn't as hot as everybody says.
No, I know. What's with these?
He was 70s hot.
Definitely.
There's decades of hotness.
Standards changed.
He was 70s hot.
He was 70s hot.
That movie is not very sympathetic towards Ted Bundy. This show, and I think that might be the reason people are struggling with it so much, it actually does, it's sad all around. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, is that it's like this person who did these heinous, like, you couldn't even, like, if you sat there for like 3 days thinking about the most fucked up way you could kill somebody, you wouldn't even come up with that. Like, you wouldn't even come up with the stuff that he came up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude was bananas. He's crazy. But you're still, like, somehow, like, that's just, like, really sad. You know?
Well, it's just, it's tragic all around.
It is tragic all around, but it's like, how
like that could...
Yeah, and I think it's sad, like, and I really liked, you know what I think it was, though? I think it's the relationship with the dad. I think it's the fact that the dad's in it so much with him, you know?
It was just the taxidermy stuff and...
No, but not that, but the dad's presence in his life, like, the whole way through.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Makes sense.
because when the dad finally discovered, like, what he was doing, it was, like, he was devastated, but I think he also felt like, holy shit, like, he needed help the whole time, and, like, we were here, or I was here, him and the stepmom.
Do you think there's any helping anyone like that, though?
Potentially, I think there could, I don't know, actually.
I
think maybe it could have at least been curbed, you know what I mean? At least they could have dextered him somehow. where he's killing bad people instead of completely innocent people. Yeah, come on. Like, what if you... Yeah, like, why not just grab a child molester on the block and be like,
That's the thing, though.
zombify you.
It's like, it was just this impulse.
Yeah, that's what it... But that's a crazy thing. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. No. I don't know. Anyways, go ahead.
No, that's what I didn't understand about him was, we're gonna recycle that. Just put that over there. Is how compulsive he was. Dude could not hold down a job. He never had a normal romantic relationship. There was nothing normal about any of his behavior, like, ever. He just couldn't act normal or act right, ever. And it's, like, it's weird because, like, even with a lot of... Sorry, go ahead. I'm talking too much.
No. It's weird. And you know what? I didn't even finish the show. There's something about serial killer... Like, I just can't watch enough of that stuff. I don't tend to watch a lot of it. It just makes me really sad.
Yeah, it's hella sad.
But he was charming enough to get people back to his apartment.
Absolutely.
Though. So, like...
He offered them money a lot, though. In, like, poor neighborhoods.
Right.
Messed up.
Well, I'm glad he was killed in prison.
Yeah, I know. That's honestly, like, the best part. And I also really appreciate, too, how much it focused on the victims. I think that's important. It focused on his life, like Jeffrey Dahmer's life. But it also allotted a huge amount of time towards the people who died.
What do you think about shows like that? Because a big part of the controversy is that a lot of the victims' families were thinking that this, not just the victims' families, but a lot of people think that it glorifies this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I can see that.
Is it really necessary to talk about and bring this out? Or
yeah, I don't know.
What's your... Because you're kind of obsessed with stuff like this.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it?
I can see both sides of it, ultimately. But I think in the end, I don't think it's ever bad to tell a story, you know? Especially if you're telling it in a way that I think is fairly balanced. And I think this one is mostly because of Niecy Nash's performance in it, who's normally does comedic roles.
Is he the father?
What?
Is he the father?
No, Niecy Nash she's a comedian.
Oh.
Didn't even watch it. Says he's seen it. She's the neighbor. You know the black woman?
Yes.
That's her. But she just does such a good job. I cried multiple times watching her. She was just so excellent.
There goes another comedic persona that's good at
yeah.
drama.
Yeah, seriously, no, she really was. She was excellent. But yeah, I really think it is, I think, in all fairness, it is such a fascinating story to see, like, the way that things like that can happen. And to see the way that he targeted people and, like, what he did. I don't know. I think when it comes down to stuff, like, it's okay to tell stories as long as, like, it's not super gory. It's not.
Am I touching the right?
It's not. It's disturbing. Like, you understand, like, what's insinuated and stuff, but it's not, like, crazy like that.
Good.
I don't know.
I think that's not gory.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I would give it, like, an 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. 7 or 8 out of 10.
What do you think about Evan Peters' performance?
He was excellent. Richard Jenkins, who plays his dad, is excellent. Niecy Nash is excellent. I would say all three of them deserve nominations for things.
Wow.
Yeah. I would. Evan Peters was great. And I think also hearing him talk about the experience of playing Jeffrey Dahmer, it's like he was obviously very, like, he said it was very disturbing and, like, difficult to do. And
didn't he quit American Horror Story because it was affecting his mental health?
I don't know, probably. That makes total sense.
I heard that. It just surprises me that he would take a role like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. It's another Ryan Murphy, too.
Yeah.
Who's American Horror Story.
Okay.
I think the one thing we should talk about before...
Golden Girls.
Ernie loves Golden Girls.
Just finished it. For the third time. Loves it.
I just, like, can never get into it.
It took me, honestly, the second time I watched it, I thought it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. There's a lot of episodes within that show, at least, like, a handful, where they're just doing flashbacks. Especially, like, around the 4th season.
Mm-hmm.
Gets kind of lazy in that regard.
Yeah. Oh, there's all flashbacks?
No, yeah, where it's like, there was a time where...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's when they get lazy.
Yeah. Other than that, real good. I love B. Arthur. I love Rue McClanahan. I think Blanche is my favorite.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. She is funny. They're all funny.
What did you say?
I finished watching Blonde before we started this.
Fuck that.
How much did you watch that? How much did you see?
I saw, this is going to sound so stupid, I saw a TikTok about it of some girl being like, you've got Marilyn Monroe being passed around. Mm-hmm. You know, how many times do we have to bring her back? And I was okay, let me just take a look at this. So I kind of skipped through, and I hate that I'm talking about content that I barely watch.
No, but you're on the right track.
The point is that I didn't want to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I skipped through it. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
It's really not good. And you know, it's so... I understand that the book Blonde that was written is like this sort of fictionalized... Yummy. And what's the word? Exaggerated. Yeah, exaggerated version of events that took place in her life. But, like... That's fine for it to exist in book form, but I think in terms of bringing it to a screen and having it all visualized, we didn't need it. It was not necessary. It's okay for it to exist as like a piece of literature of like, oh, like that's an interesting way of like looking at things and whatever. But it's like in terms of like putting it on and then putting it on Netflix, no. It's just bad and sad. It's like there's nothing good. There's nothing redeeming about it for her.
No.
It's everything that she goes through ends in tragedy and sadness. Like literally everything. Like she can't have one good moment. Also, Anna de Armas, love her. She sounds like herself as Marilyn Monroe, though.
No, I know she's good, but yet it's also like
the accent. It's like
it's seeping through.
It seeps through the whole time.
It does.
It's every sentence she says. Yeah. And that's fine. You know, it's like, that's why if you're gonna, there's actually, oddly enough, that was one of the things I liked the most about it.
Really?
Was that it was just like this weird other kind of Marilyn Monroe character. But yeah, if she was trying to do an impression of Marilyn Monroe.
Even in death, I heard some story, and I don't even know if this is true. This is the thing, there's so much stuff circulating around Marilyn Monroe. I heard that Marilyn Monroe was buried in a Christian, I don't know, I guess it's a mausoleum where, like, she's buried, like, in
a wall?
A wall. Even though she's Jewish, but...
She's Jewish?
She's Jewish, and her husband went against her wishes and buried her in this Christian mausoleum. And anyway, so some guy bought the plot of land off of whoever was selling it for, like, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And then says that he wants the plot above her so that he can spend the rest of his life on top of Marilyn Monroe.
I hope that guy's murdered. Figure things
I don't know. There's so much stuff. I honestly need to fact check that.
But... Wow.
Poor lady.
Yeah.
And then fucking Kim Kardashian wearing her stupid dress.
I know.
Not stupid dress.
Marilyn's had a rough year. Marilyn has not. 2022 has not been Marilyn's year. She's been dead for 60 years. It was like the 60-year anniversary. It's like let's shit on her. Let's take a big dump on her. Well, this was a little bit darker than intended. Ernie's gone to go get us a DVD. So close your eyes, Ernie. I'll close mine, and you're just gonna run your hands over the DVD case, and you're gonna grab one and bring it back here. But don't look at it.
I'm coming. There you go. All right, I'm ready.
Right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, and Bruges, one of my favorites. Have you ever seen this?
No.
It's a great movie. I can't really remember what happens in it, but it's good. What do you think it's about?
That's a good question. From what I could see, shoot first, sightsee later. Okay, so that tells me a myriad of things.
Like what?
For one, they are in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And they are up to some risky business, and they have to, go around Europe looking for each other, solving potential mysteries and gang crimes.
You're on the right track.
And murder. But also with a funny twist. I feel like this is like kind of a funny movie.
It's like a dark comedy. It's really funny. So Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell. I think they're like assassins. That's what they're. And I can't remember if they're friends before it or they're just on like they're assigned a mission together, so they kind of have become friends. But they're in Bruges, which is in where the hell that is, Belgium. And yeah, they're just trying to. Rafe Fiennes is on their tail over something. He's a bad guy, and it's just really funny.
I see there's a woman on the back. Is there a love interest in that?
Oh, there is. What's her name? Was it Melanie Laurent? I feel like it is Melanie Laurent.
But there's a love interest?
There's a love interest with Colin Farrell.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. And Colin Farrell, there's this thing in his past that's plaguing him, like internally. It's like it's pretty bad, and it hurts his soul, and it affects the way he acts throughout the whole thing.
Same.
That's all I can remember. It's just very good. Very good film. I saw it years ago. I can't really remember what's going on.
In Bruges.
When in Bruges, as they say.
And was running around my room, and I was trying to catch it, and it stopped in its tracks, stood on its hind legs, and opened its mouth. And I was shocked. I backed off. I was like, I've never seen anything do, like, something that size do that.
Like this big. Just like
This big.
it's probably just like the shock factor of it.
Probably.
Whoa! 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 It's your problem now.
Oh no, I got paint on this.
Oh no.
I hope my face isn't orange.
Yeah, I'm so scared for you. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. This has been real fun. This is my bestie.
Hey.
It was also Ernie's birthday a couple days ago, so happy belated birthday!
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure. I know I'm Southern, but thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Okay, before we go, I'd like to please ask you again to subscribe to my channel. And you're not even doing me a favor, you're doing yourself a favor. Subscribe to my channel because it's going to be so much fun over the next few months. And yeah, and then after that, next few weeks, especially this month is going to be Today's the 1st of October, too.
Yay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a great week.